Hello and welcome to my page, and thank you for joining me. My name is Janine Esbrand and I am a life and career coach for lawyer mums, lawyers and lawyers who are not mums yet, but I primarily work with lawyers who want to build a career that they love while still making time for the other important things in life. I'm also a lawyer. And I am a mother to an awesome baby boy, and I have another baby on the way, which is great. And I'm a wife to a lovely husband too. So I just wanted to hop on here for a short time. I'm sitting in my car doing this Facebook Live, maximizing my time as I'm in between appointments. I just wanted to hop on to talk about work-life balance and why striving for work-life balance may be driving you crazy and what you could do instead. So, work-life balance is a term that is bandied around a lot. A lot of people talk about needing more work-life balance, wanting more work-life balance, and employers talk about how they can promote work-life balance. But what does it actually mean? When people say work-life balance, it's quite a subjective term. So for someone who's a, say, corporate associate working at a Magic Circle firm, more work-life balance to that person might mean not leaving the office at midnight every day and actually leaving the office at 7. Whereas for another person who is in the beginning stages of motherhood and wants to be around for their family, more work-life balance means leaving the office at 5:30 or being able to work less days a week. And for some, more work-life balance means not working on the weekend. So it is very subjective. So when we just throw out the term, I need more work-life balance, that doesn't really say what you mean. So the first thing to say is it's important to think about, what does that actually look like for me? So when I say more work-life balance, what do I want more time to do? Is it more time with my family? Is it more time with friends? Is it more time to do things that I'm interested in? What does it mean? So get really clear on that, so that when you're saying, oh, I just need more work-life balance, you actually know what that is. And so you know, when you get it, you know that you've got it, if that makes sense. But I want to talk a bit about why I don't think it is a very useful concept, or a useful way to describe what you want when we're saying work-life balance, because balance indicates that we're looking for a scale. We're looking for balance between work and family life. So your work and your life. So you've made a distinction, and the two are treated as completely separate. So you've got your work life and your family life as though you've made the distinction in your mind, and the two are constantly competing. And the problem with that is that you're setting yourself up for frustration and competition between the two, because you're never really in a state where you have complete balance for a long period of time. You might get there sometimes and feel like, okay, everything feels good, it's all balanced, but that doesn't last for long. It's likely that one side is going to tip, so you're going to be spending more time at work or dedicating more time outside of work, and you're going to feel that you're off balance if what you're striving for is complete balance all the time. So as it's not something that we all can achieve and we can all get there. Someone's live, just say hi, and let me know your name and where you're tuning in from. That'd be great. So yeah, we can't achieve complete balance all the time. So instead of trying to do that and getting frustrated when we can't, what is better to do is to think about work-life integration. Think about your life as a whole, not this is my work life, this is my family life. Your life is your life. You're one person, but you have different elements of your life that are important to you. So thinking about those things and thinking about what is important to you first and foremost is really a good way to approach things, because then what you can do is say, okay, my work life is important to me, my family life is important to me, my fitness is important to me, my health is important to me. All of these things are, but I acknowledge that at any given time, one of those areas or some of those areas are going to have to take priority over others. So let me give you an example. You might be working as a corporate associate, and you know that in a month's time you're going to have a really busy time because a deal is kicking off and you're going to have to be on that deal and you're going to have to be working long hours. So because you know that at that stage of your life, in that season of your life, you are going to have to prioritize work, or work is going to be a priority and everything else is going to take a back seat. So you know that's coming. So what you can do then is say, well, right now I'm going to prioritize life outside of work. So instead of just being in the office till 7, 8 o'clock, because that's what people do, and I could probably leave, but I'm just going to stay to finish these things off, make a commitment to say, no, actually, I'm going to leave on time. I'm going to leave by 6 o'clock so that I can make it to my fitness class, or I can spend the evening with my family, or I can have dinner with a friend, because you know that in a few weeks you're not going to be able to do that. So at that time, you're prioritizing the things outside of work, because you know later on you're going to have to prioritize work. So effectively, you're always thinking about how you can shift your priorities. And then that way, instead of thinking about work-life balance on a day-to-day basis or week-to-week basis, you can look holistically at the month or at the quarter and say, over this time, I've been able to prioritize work, yes, but I've also been able to prioritize these other things. So when I look at everything, I don't feel as though I'm only working. I don't feel as though I'm not making time for the important things. So really thinking about what it is that is important to you, and making sure that you're being intentional about putting aside time for those things and planning ahead, is going to help you to feel like you're more in control of your life, and that work isn't taking over, and that you're setting boundaries, and that you're able to do work well, but you're also able to do life outside of work well. So I really promote work-life integration. Let's think of it as, how does all the elements of my life fit together? Not how do I balance everything, because it's really hard for you to figure out how to maintain that balance, but how does everything fit together? And that way you're going to move away from feeling guilty that you're not dedicating enough time to one area all the time, or you're not able to be in all the places at the same time. Life is busy, but you can absolutely take more control over it if you're intentional about your time. And if you are feeling like, okay, work-life integration, that makes complete sense. How do I figure that out? How do I actually get into planning? I want you to hop over to the Being More Than a Lawyer Facebook group. It's recently opened, and we have a good number of lawyers in there who are looking to continue their careers and also make time for other important things in life. And I'm going to be hopping in there doing some more chats and exclusive trainings for members of the group. So I'd love for you to join me over there. I'm going to put a link in the comments to the group for you to join. And the other thing I just wanted to share with you is, if you are a lawyer who is a new mum, and you are thinking about, okay, how do I work out the juggle between being a mum and being a lawyer, and I'm about to return to work and I'm not quite sure how this whole thing is going to fit together, I just wanted to share with you information about the Smooth Return course, which is currently open for enrollment. I've created the course specifically with lawyers in mind, so that you can feel completely prepared and calm and confident about your return back to work, because the transition isn't going to be easy, but with some forward planning, it's absolutely possible to feel good in your role as a lawyer and a mum at the same time. So the course is a 4-week course. It's an online course, and it's going to cover things like boosting your confidence when you're returning back to work, dealing with the transition into a lawyer mum identity, helping you figure out what is your long-term career goal now, has it changed, what are your values, talking about the logistics. It's going to be a really practical course. It's going to get you thinking and going to allow you to really put a plan in place. And the great thing is, we also have some awesome guest experts that are coming in to help with the whole just preparation. So there's 3 people I just wanted to mention real quick. One is Akoma Moronu, who is the founder of the Happy Lawyer Project. So she's coming on, and she's going to talk about really practicalities, like how do you make this thing work. She's a mother of 2 boys, young boys. They're, I think, 1 and 3, and she's also a corporate lawyer at a really big firm in Texas, and she's figured out how to make it work. Her and her husband are doing a great job at doing the whole thing. So she's going to come on and share some tips in a masterclass. We've also got a masterclass from someone called Anusha Gillespie, and she's going to talk about personal branding for lawyers. So when you actually go back to work, one of the things that is really important is to think about, well, how can I leverage my skills? How can I leverage what I have so that I'm not feeling like I need to be in the office all of the time because family is important to me, but I'm still able to make an impact, and I'm still able to reach my goals through people knowing what I do and what I do well. So she's going to dive into that, which is awesome. And the other person is Rachel Collins, who's a health and nutrition coach. Now, for you to really make things work when you're super duper busy, your body needs to be looked after. You need to know how to fuel your body in a way and eat the right foods and be in a position where you're setting yourself up for success. So Rachel's going to talk to us about how to best fuel your body, the types of food you should be eating so that you can have the energy and motivation to do what you need to do. So I'm really excited to have those three involved in the program, and I'm going to be sharing a wide range of coaching tips and tools and strategies for you, and there will be live coaching calls throughout the course too to support you along the journey. So enrollment is open now, and it's open for another week and a half, and spaces are limited. So if you're interested, I would tell you to check it out. I'm going to put the link to it, the Smooth Return course. And if you have any friends who are in this stage of life, new mums, lawyers, considering returning to work and how it's going to work, please share it with them, because we've already got a few people that are signed up and raring to go, and I'm just excited to invite more people to get involved and join us throughout the 4 weeks. It starts on the 30th of April. So that is it from me today. I hope that you found this useful and that you can start thinking about work-life integration instead of work-life balance. So before I go, just going to recap. Firstly, what does work-life balance mean to you? What does that actually look like, so you know that you've got it when you get there? Why you should maybe not think so much about trying to maintain the balance, but more think about work-life integration, and then really think about what your priorities are at different stages and seasons of your life, and focus on those, and then don't feel guilty about putting the other things on a back burner. So that's all from me today. I will hopefully see you soon. Okay.